Hello everybody, Gary Dharma here. I'm just going to introduce our Storytime recorded session. So welcome to however it is you're viewing this. It was recorded on September the 4th, 2020 for our first ever Storytime session. And unfortunately I didn't click record right at the start, so we've missed the first little introduction to the session, but I will pass over to the rest of it and you'll get to see the story, so enjoy.
One who's kind of a boss too is Mr. Dharma, Gary Dharma.
Hello everybody. Can you give me a wave if you can see me? I don't know if it's working.
You're on mute, I think.
Oh, I'm getting a few waves. That's a good thing. Yes, welcome everybody. It's really good to see everyone joining our story time this afternoon. So yes, as you can see, hopefully you can see me, I'm wearing my footy colours today. So I barrack for the Bulldogs. Today is footy colours day at our school and we had lots of fun activities happening here. So I'm dressed up in my favourite football team colours. And I guess a little bit about me. I've been at the school for about 10 years. I have two beautiful daughters. So I'm very lucky that I get to spend every day with the girls. So yes, and one of them, and my oldest daughter Ruby, goes here as well. She's in year 5. So that's a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone that I haven't already met in today's Zooms and future transition sessions, and hopefully face to face very soon.
Yes, so that's Mr. Dharma. Mrs. Anderson, did you want to tell us anything else about yourself, or are you okay?
Oh, well, there's lots to tell about me. I've been here for a long time, but I look after lots of kids at our school. That's my main job, is looking after kids and making sure they're happy and answering lots of questions that parents might have about our school. So we really want our school to be a happy place for you little people starting here next year. So you'll get to know me very well because I'll be in your classrooms every single day. So I'm looking forward to that.
And that's a good point. We want everybody in our school to feel happy and safe. And I know the children here do feel happy and safe. Now I'd like to introduce you to our foundation teachers. So the first one I'm going to start with is Miss Redfern, Jodie Redfern.
One of your teachers.
Hey guys, I'm Jodie Redfern. I've been teaching for 6 years and I taught here in Victoria obviously, but I've also taught in Queensland as well. A little bit about me, I love playing sport and I love keeping active and playing games, so I can't wait to see you all at school. We can have some fun together.
Thanks, Jodie. The next one is Sam Sefton.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam. I work here at Boucher Street. I'm a foundation teacher. I'm just looking around and I can see I've actually had the pleasure of teaching some of the upcoming foundation children's siblings. So that's always lovely. I absolutely love my job and I can't wait for you guys to meet you guys as soon as possible.
Thanks, Sam. And now we have Maddie Conbridge.
Hey everyone, I'm Maddie. I've been teaching for 4 years. I taught for 1 year in Bendigo where I taught grade 3/4s, and then I came here to Shep for 3 years and I have taught grade 2s and now I'm in prep. I can't wait to meet you all.
Thank you, Maddie. And our last foundation teacher is Mrs. Shattock, Jane Shattock.
Hi guys, so lovely to see you all here today. I've taught for about 30 years, probably not quite as long as Mrs. A, but I've been at Boucher Street for 17 years. 16 of those years I've been in prep, so I absolutely love teaching prep. It's an absolute passion of mine. I especially love play-based curriculum, so we have a lot of fun singing, dancing, writing, reading every day. Love it. So you're going to have a great time today because we've got a story coming your way about a pig that wears a crown. So I'm really happy to see you guys all in your crowns today.
It is good to see the crowns. The other special person on our staff who does a lot with our foundation children and is really a big part of our transition program is Felicity. And Felicity is one of our special people who work right across our school but really spends a lot of time with our foundation children.
Hi everyone, welcome. As Miss Howley said, I'm an ES staff, and I will be helping you guys settle in, hopefully, shortly in the start of the next year. And hopefully we get to see you before then, though. But we'll wait and see.
So that's some of our staff. We have a big staff here, but that's some of them, and they're all the people that you'll have a lot to do with in your first few weeks here at Boucher Street. And I know it's a little way away yet, but this is the start today. So we're going to start with some story time, and we're going to have a story today, and next week we'll have another story, and the week after another story. But the special story today is going to be read by Jane, and hence we've got the crowns, and she's already shown you the book. So I'm going to pass over to Jane now, and she's going to read you an amazing story.
So we're going to read King Pig today, and in this story you're going to learn about a pig who thought he was king, but he didn't know how to be a nice person. He didn't know how to be a good friend, and he soon learnt as the story goes on. King Pig could never understand why the sheep didn't adore him. They were always complaining about one thing or another. They hardly ever smiled, and when they did, King Pig thought they were teasing him. They never listened properly, no matter how loudly he shouted. That's not very nice, is it? And the harder he tried to get their attention, the more they ignored him. Because he was the king, he could make the sheep do whatever he wanted, whenever he pleased. But he just couldn't make them like him. Maybe they would like me more if I looked fancier, said King Pig, and for that he would need a lot of fancy new clothes. But who could he get to make them? King Pig woke up all the sheep and invited them into his nice warm castle. And there he slept while the sheep went to work. They gathered up every last snippet of their wool, and they knitted all through the night until the king had his pile of fancy new clothes. Can you see these poor old sheep? Look what they're doing. Oh my goodness. Can you see where King Pig is? Sound asleep while they're all working. In the morning, King Pig was ready to prance. He looked spectacular. He was ferocious. He was fearless. He was the best dressed king in the kingdom. But when he stopped to take a bow, nobody was watching. Nobody was cheering. Nobody was adoring him. What do I have to do to make you like me? Oh dear, I don't think I'd be yelling. Maybe you could try being nice, said a little voice. But I thought I was being nice, said King Pig, and he went inside to sulk. Can you see the sheep? That night, King Pig couldn't sleep. He felt something he'd never felt before. He felt sorry. Then at last, he thought of something nice he could do for the sheep. He worked through the night and into the morning. By sunrise, he was ready to say sorry in the only way he could think of. I wonder what he's going to do. It wasn't perfect, but all the sheep agreed it was a pretty good start. So I think that King Pig suddenly realised, didn't he, that he had to be nice if he wanted to have some friends. And that is one of my favourite stories.
Wow, you can tell Jane loves that story, and hasn't it got a great message? Okay, we need to be kind and people will like you. And I'm sure every one of you people who are going to be coming to Boucher Street Primary School next year will be so kind, and we will be so kind to you. And now we're going to listen to Malia. She's going to tell us what it's like to be at Boucher Street Primary School. So let's go to Malia. You ready, Malia?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so Malia is just going to tell us a few things about what she loves about our school.
So what I love about our school is I have lots of friends who are always nice to me. Excursions. So we have excursions like swimming, Kids Town, Mr. Paul's Farm, and Friday Bush Day.
Do you want to tell us a little bit? Do you want to tell us a little bit about those excursions, Malia? What you like about them?
So about swimming, I like that you just learn how to swim, and then when you go to a river one day, you would know how to swim. And Kids Town, there's lots of good playgrounds that you can play on, and it's just really fun to play on at Kids Town. Mr. Paul's Farm, we actually learnt how to shear a sheep, and what I saw is all that fluffy little wool that came off. And Friday Bush Day, every Friday you will go on a bush day, but that's only sometimes. The teachers are very nice, and for that year you will stay in with the same teacher. And the teachers are always going to be nice to you, just like the principals are, like Mrs. Howley, Mrs. A, and Mr. Dharma. The playground, so we've got some in the little kids. We've got a boat, we've got some cubby houses, we've got some slides, we've got some other stuff too that you might like to play on.
Thank you, Malia. So there you are. That's what Malia thinks of our school, and I can tell that she's really happy and she just loves being here. And that's what we want for all of you, to be so happy and to love being here. Because we know that if you're happy and you love being in a place, it's easy to learn. So we'll make every effort to make you happy. I think we're going to go to some breakout rooms now. We might go into maybe one or two. And if you've got some questions that you'd like to ask us, we're going to be ready to answer any of those questions. I'm sure you've got some wonderings about lots of different things that happen at school, especially if you're a first-time person to Boucher Street. So I think Mr. Dharma is going to pop us into some rooms now, and you can ask any of the teachers there any of your specific questions.
Yes.
Malia might be in one of them. You can ask her some too. Maybe you've got some for her now. Anyone got a question for Malia now before we go? No? Well, if she's in your room, you can ask her some questions then. Might be easier.